The attack on Maz Kanata's castle was a surprise to everyone but Maz. Before anyone else could react, she used the force to deflect falling rubble, saving her companions at the table. Outside, the TIE fighters continued their bombardment while stormtroopers captured anyone fleeing the castle. Our heroes take a moment to assess the situation. Naturally, Han Solo takes command.
I am thinking the remnant is playing Scatter the Womp Rats. They will bomb the castle until what they want flees for its life, then scoop them up. Poe said he let slip to the remnant that BB-8 has the map to Luke while being tortured, so I'm thinking the droid is their main target. But most of us would be a prize for Snoke. So when we get out, do like the strategy says and scatter. Rey, they don't know you, so create a diversion to draw their attention away from BB-8. The Falcon is just past the tree line to the north. Chewie is already getting her prep for takeoff. Any questions? Good, let's go.
Han handed Rey his extra blaster and headed outside. The others were in awe at how casually Solo walked onto the battlefield. He acted like he was walking into a cantina, and he just as casually took out stormtroopers, pointing his blaster like he was pointing a finger at an old friend. And for all his nonchalance, Han Solo didn't miss a single shot. The others followed, with Rey making a performance of her attack to draw attention to herself. Finn got a dozen yards or so before he heard a familiar voice yell,
"Traitor!"
Finn turned to find his partner, FM-4201, throwing down his blaster and activating his electrostaff. Finn quickly found an electrostaff laying next to a fallen stormtrooper and activated it. Even before they were partners, Finn and 4201 were sparring rivals, and Finn usually ended up on the floor.
We don't have to fight. All I want to do is get away from all this killing and find out what's happening to me. We are friends, 4201. I don't want to hurt you.
Friends! That is laughable. You betrayed your friends. You betrayed your empire. And now you will get a traitor's punishment. And as far as you hurting me, I guess there is a first time for everything, but I doubt it.
Both men ignited their electrostaff and went into the fighting techniques they used on each other hundreds of times. But this time was different. This time it wasn't sparring. This time FM-4201 was trying to kill Finn, not knock him down. And this time Finn wasn't in control. Finn felt something controlling his actions. It felt as though he was watching the fight, not participating in it. And whatever was controlling Finn was a better fighter than he ever was. Every strike against him was blocked. Finn was moving faster than he ever had before. The strategy was simple. Block until you get the perfect shot, then take it. Finn let 4201 fall to the ground. Sad his friend was dead, but in complete amazement at what he just did. As the battle raged on, a new ship flies through the smoke and lands next to the castle. A figure dressed all in black disembarks and strolls through the fighting like he is strolling through a park, casually searching for something until he is successful, walking as though he always knew he would find what he was looking for. BB-8 saw Kylo Ren approaching and took off into the forest. Knowing he couldn't outrun the Imperial in a woods, the droid hoped he could find a hiding place before the dark figure caught up to him. And Rey saw everything. Knowing BB-8 couldn't get away on his own, Rey chased after the figure in black. From what she heard about this Kylo Ren, she wished she could get reinforcements, but there was no time. It was up to her. Rey's courage began to falter when she witnessed Kylo Ren reach out his hand and lift BB-8 off the ground without touching the droid.
No more running, little machine. Give me what I want, and I will memory wipe you, paint you black, and have you working in waste management rather than dismantling you and melting you down.
Leave him alone. I've got you dead to rights. Let the droid free and I won't dismantle you.
Kylo Ren couldn't hold back his excitement. It was her. He ignited his lightsaber and force-pulled Rey's blaster out of her hand. Rey pulled out her staff, knowing it was no match against a lightsaber, but unwilling to stop fighting.
That is a little better. You of all people threatening me with a blaster. That was very disappointing. At least you are halfway there now. Go on, light up that stick, and let's fight like the old days.
Ren's suggestion was more than words. Rey felt something touch her brain, and it sparked a memory. Rey's finger slipped under the decorative wraps on her staff and found a switch, like her fingers knew something she didn't. Rey flipped the switch and...
That's better. Now, let's see if you remember how to use it.
Kylo Ren leapt at Rey so fast her mind didn't have time to register. Something else blocked Ren's attack, and for a few moments, before she was able to think, Rey was holding her own against this Force user. Then Rey's thoughts and doubts came to the surface. As these thoughts and others ran through Rey's head, her fighting got sloppier and sloppier until Ren is able to disarm her.
You seem to have gotten a little rusty. No matter. We have a lot to discuss, a future to plan, but not here.
Kylo Ren grabs Rey in the Force and uses it to render her unconscious, once again disappointed in her decline in skill. Then Kylo radios for some stormtroopers to come to his location.
Take this droid to my ship. Once it's secured on board, send out the order to withdraw all personnel from Takodana. We have everything we came for.
The stormtroopers do as they are told and load BB-8 onto Kylo Ren's ship, then begin the evacuation. Han Solo just watches as the superior force retreats, once again wondering how he got out of this losing scenario. Finn runs up to Han's side just in time to see Rey being carried onto the ship.
That's Kylo Ren! He's got Rey! We have to stop him! Rey!
Han looked around in disappointment as every remaining stormtrooper turns their blasters in the direction of Finn's scream.
Damn it, kid. They were already leaving. We were in the clear, but you couldn't keep quiet. You were wanted dead or alive and you yell out, "I'm over here." Just brilliant.
Just then, Han's face changes from angry to relieved as he hears his favorite sound in the universe, the hum of the Millennium Falcon's engines. Chewbacca makes quick work of the stormtroopers with the Falcon's cannons, giving Han and the others time to escape and meet at the rendezvous point. Once everyone is on board, Poe makes his case.
I know you said you would take us to the nearest Republic outpost, but we have to go after Rey and my BB-8 unit. It's our only chance to finding Master Skywalker. I must insist. I have a tracker on BB-8. We just have to wait until they drop out of hyperspace.
Save your breath, kid. That was the closest I've ever got to this Kylo Ren. I'm not about to let him get away without giving me some answers. Looks like our paths are intertwined after all.